Let's do the weekend roundup after almost all the games have happened. It is Sunday evening. I wasn't even going to bother doing this roundup because I thought, you know what, I've already done the Arsenal one. I'm an Arsenal channel. Let me not stress myself. Man U are playing West Ham on Monday night, but everyone else, like Manchester City, have played. And they beat Palace 3-0. Very straightforward, sort of expected win. Palace looked really, really good, but they just couldn't finish it off. In fact, I was getting so upset with them. I was fuming. I was fuming because I just wanted them to finish their chances, and Saar was like doing his foolishness. But after about 40 minutes, I knew it just wasn't going to happen because, unlike when these teams come and play Arsenal, when they see Manchester City, Villa, or the big Liverpool, they basically just don't play the same way. Or either the other teams do not let them perform the way we do. Because I think we let a lot of these teams get away with murder. But in terms of Arsenal, adapt or die is literally just where we are right now. That performance against Wolves has given me so much to think about because, of course, we got a win last season. I think similar time we had Sunderland, not Sunderland, Southampton, where we drew 3-3, and the players were looking as defeated, as stressed as they looked here in the game against Villa as well as Wolves, where they were like upset with each other. But the fact is they are making the same or trying to make the same mistakes they have made for the last 2-3 seasons. Are you telling me after I've been, basically 3 seasons of foolishness, and they want to do it again this season? They do not learn. And there was a game when Saka came back from injury. He gets the ball instead of passing to Gyökeres. He takes a shot himself, scores, I think, in the end. And everyone was wondering, oh, what's your problem? He scored, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, it's a big deal because we have got a centre forward we need to start feeding, because today is not the problem. The problem is going to come in February, March, where we've got no striker, or we've got a striker who doesn't score goals, and we need that outlet to score. And you've got all these suckers who are still playing. They all have played for the last 3 seasons. We need to adapt. We need to grow the hell up very quickly if we want to be competitive. Look at Declan Rice. He was angry at the team about how we went about it, how we lost focus, how we let Wolves score against us and dropped deep and started being defensive. How can Wolves have 77% after we score the goal? How does that work? He was fuming because, to be honest, he's thinking I'm playing with a bunch of idiots, because the mentality is all wrong. Just like when we had Wenger, where we had all these players who, this family atmosphere thing is going to kill us. I think we love it, that's the family atmosphere, but you cannot be ruthless and intentional and basically focused when you're thinking, oh, I'm star boy, the fans love me. You go and do what you're doing and not following the instructions the manager gives you at City. And yeah, you have a Yaya Toure situation where you're out. Look at Real Madrid and Alonso. He's going to be going soon if he continues with his crazy decisions that he's making. You pay for making mistakes because those mistakes you pay for them. You might not pay for them in that game, but the continued ignoring of formations, ignoring of intentions is going to cost us in the end. So yeah, this was supposed to be the roundup, not me ranting about Arsenal. I forgot. Let's do Sunday games. So Manchester City went to London, Crystal Palace, and beat Crystal Palace 3-0. Haaland, let's see who scored. I watched the game, but I was just in my feelings. So 2 goals from Haaland and 1 from Phil Foden. We had a penalty from Haaland in the first. I didn't see the third, yeah. But Haaland scored no, wait a minute. We had a goal from Haaland in the first half. Then second half came, Foden scored. Foden is doing so well. He's well in form right now. The way he took that goal was pretty good. And then a penalty, which Man City won to tie everything up to 3-0. Then Nottingham Forest beat Tottenham Hotspur resoundingly 3-0. Callum Hudson Odoi, former Chelsea, scored 2 with Sangare. I think he's about to go for the African nations as well. I think, if I'm not wrong, he scored the last one. But yeah, Tottenham surprisingly went and, I'm really surprised at how well Sean Dyche is doing. I didn't expect to get Nottingham Forest playing the way they're playing right now. And the big game, I think, was this Sunderland versus Newcastle United. I might have gone for a draw or a Newcastle win, but Sunderland went all out. I kept switching to watch this match, and Sunderland were really, really good. They were really crazy intentional. It was an on-go from Voltemad. And yeah, but I think they're basically probably the best promoted side we have ever seen, aren't they? Let's be honest. And the acquisition of Granit Xhaka has, I think, given them something. Money can't buy what they have got from Granit Xhaka, although they're spending a few quid on him. But he is everything. He is everything. His mentality. I miss this guy. And then we had West Ham versus Aston Villa. Now, West Ham went ahead twice. Villa came back twice. And then Ollie Watkins with a winner. And yeah, man, Aston Villa are just being a menace, aren't they? They're up there chasing Arsenal. If Arsenal flounder, they could finish second to Manchester City. Because, yeah, it's crazy. Crazy moves they're making. And then the last game, Brentford versus Leeds United, enjoyed that match actually in a draw, but it was really interesting, well-worthy watch, both teams going at it. And yeah, it was pretty good. So yeah, so those were the games that happened on Sunday. And then, of course, a quick recap on the Saturday games. So we had Chelsea beating Everton 2-0, Liverpool beating Brighton 2-0, Burnley losing to Fulham 3-2. The African contingent had a great time, and Arsenal barely beating Wolves 2-1. So those were the games that happened this weekend. We've got Manchester United taking on, I think they're going to West Ham, aren't they? Let's have a look. Manchester United are going to be going, actually they're at home, Old Trafford. So Bournemouth are going to Manchester United. Let's see what happens. It will be, interesting if Manchester United see how they do, because I think they've got a big manager problem there with Amorim, who can't seem to get everything sorted, and is taking his time. So we'll see what happens. But in terms of Arsenal, I am really, really deflated. I cannot lie. This weekend, really, but we have got a rest this whole week. No training for the team until Wednesday, and then we've got a rest. We can focus on what's happening in the African Nations Cup and the teams getting together, training. And then our next game, Arsenal, going to have a few games. So Arsenal are going to be playing Everton at 8 p.m. again. There'll be quite a few games, I think, because we've got African nations around that time. So we've got a lot of Saturday games. 2 games at 8 p.m. on Saturday. But at 12, we've got Newcastle, Chelsea. We've got Bournemouth, Burnley at 3. Brighton, Sunderland, Man City, West Ham. Man City will win that. Wolves, Brentford at 3. Then Tottenham, Liverpool at 5. And then, of course, the 2, Everton, Arsenal, and then Leeds and Crystal Palace. Now, yeah, so that is what's going to happen on Saturday. And then on Sunday, let's have a look. On Sunday, 4:30 p.m., we've got Aston Villa, Manchester United. Aston Villa, a team in great form. And then, let me go down. Right, so on the 21st, the African nations, we've got at 7 p.m. it will be Morocco versus Comoros. That will be the opening match. So definitely join me for the coverage then. But yeah, so that's what's happening on the 21st of October. It's going to be absolutely crazy crazy interesting. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. So that is what has happened this weekend. And then join me for more updates. Do not forget to like and to subscribe, you guys, because I'm going to be doing a lot of African nations coverage over the next few weeks. Thank you so much and goodbye.